Hey guys, it's the Fantasy Basketball PH.
Welcome to another episode of the Fantasy Basketball PH podcast. Enjoy the show.
Hey, I'm here. I'm doing it live. Guys, it's me. It's Josh Lloyd. I'm here. I'm on the Fantasy Basketball PH show today. We're going to be doing a mock draft. I'm pretty excited. I'm going to pick a pick number one in that mock draft. We're here. We're ready to go. It's good to be doing it live. Good to be giving you that intro live that you hear me do on all those shows that I did pre-record on some of them. But I am here live and we're doing a mock draft. You excited? I hope you are.
Hey man, thank you so much. I hope everyone was surprised that I did not start the show. So hello everyone, welcome Josh Lloyd finally for the second time. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. And let me just before we start the show, I have something for you. Well, this is the one that I posted, but I would like to greet a happy 50K to the Locked On Fantasy Basketball. So congratulations, Josh.
Thanks, man.
Probably 30% of that are Filipinos. They're actually
There's definitely some
following you.
percentage for sure. Yeah, there's definitely some percentage of them.
And then I really love this pic where I had I tweeted it like years back when Mark Gasol actually retired, putting you Trey Kirby and Mark Gasol like the Spider-Man meme that we already know. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. Not the first time people have said that we look alike.
So before we start we actually are in the 3-second Yahoo mock draft room. So everyone that is watching right now, there's supposed to be a couple more slots. So it's free for all. So
No, they're finished. The spots are gone, mate. It's all full. It's done. It's finished.
whoever comes in is lucky to have a mock draft with Josh. So for today's show, before we actually start, we have a couple more minutes. I guess 7 minutes. So let me just quickly tell you guys about the Locked On Fantasy Basketball Bowl. So for obvious reasons, I think Josh's group already finished, right? I saw what you posted.
We finished this morning.
Nice. I guess in our group we still have 2 rounds. So this is my team. I saw similar picks. At least Harden, you picked it in the first round as well. McGee,
Yep.
and I think that's similar with us. And then probably Sexton, as far as I remember. Bill as well.
Yeah, there's
But
going to be a lot of stuff. Like I think there's going to be a lot of similar. I think I got McGee as well. There's going to be a lot of similar ADPs. I'm going to analyze them all when they're all done, but there's going to be a lot of similar picks. But yeah, I did get Bill. I got him in round 4 actually. I got McGee about that spot as well.
yeah, and then I got Westbrook for.
I don't know why.
I never thought about Westbrook, but I was thinking at that round maybe it's worth the flyer. I can just think of something in the last 3 rounds if ever
It's not terrible.
he won't play, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not
So
terrible.
for everyone, for the followers, in the Filipino community that actually have entered the tournament, good luck to us. Especially in my end, I think you paired us with Alex Ricklin, so who are actually stealing our picks in the turn. So it's gonna be fun. This is my first time to actually join the bowl. So good luck to everyone, and then let's follow the succeeding progress of other groups, and we're excited to finally win, and then hopefully some Filipino has good representation in this tournament. So thank you, Josh, for opening this.
No worries. There's definitely a lot of Filipinos in it. I don't know who they are, but there's definitely a lot of them.
For sure, for sure. So I think we have a couple more minutes. There's a lot of people. Just do this. So shouting out to the comments right now. We are live at Facebook, YouTube, and other Facebook groups. So shout out JCJ. So JC Jasso is actually always saying some trash talk to you, Josh. He believes that his Yahoo group in Facebook is bigger than yours. What's up for you, JC? And then we have here Erald, um, Mart. What's up for you, everyone? Yeah, Bill at fourth round for Josh's team is actually for me.
Yes, yeah, I was pretty happy with it.
I didn't expect that he will slide up to fourth round.
Hey, Pat,
And
how
then
are you?
here's Pat, and then there's a lot of comments here, and then unfortunately we don't have a slot, so let me just unshare my screen and then move to the Yahoo. By the way, Josh, I noticed that in Yahoo app, at least in the phone, there's something on top that Yahoo is telling you that, hey, these are suggested picks that I have for you. I don't know if this is new, at least for today, but I haven't seen that in the couple of days.
I don't know. I haven't been in a Yahoo mock draft or a Yahoo draft for a couple of weeks now, I think. So I haven't seen it. I think some of it is with their Yahoo Plus thing that maybe does that, but I don't see. Once this draft room opens up, I'll be seeing it alongside you. So I haven't. I've been doing a lot of drafts in Fantrax.
Fantrax, yeah. And then
well, someone just tweeted at me because they're joining a Yahoo. They're in this Yahoo mock draft. They just tweeted at me asking if that's me at pick 1.
Josh just had some episode doing early pick, so we should know what Josh should do by now. So we are going to let me see. I think there's a launch for draft here. This one. Actually, to be honest, Josh, I haven't really drafted fantasy leagues using laptop. I usually use my phone. So
oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I never use my phone.
Yeah, it's a weird thing for me because majority of our GMs actually use their laptop. So while waiting, Josh, I have a quirky question in people that comes in as guests and even the ones that are commenting and for our followers in fantasy drafts or specifically. Do you have biases like things that you know that you shouldn't do, but if you end up doing it just because it's something that you like or you can't really stop yourself doing?
I don't know. Everything that I do is sort of based on the way I've projected the players out. So in the end, like it leads to me drafting a lot of the same guys that I'm a bit higher on. Like I end up with getting Porzingis quite a bit. I get Kevin Porter Jr. quite a bit. Is that a bias? Probably, but it's just because of the way that I've projected those guys out. But I'm usually pretty flexible to adjust my team and grab the different guys who make the most sense at those spots rather than like I'm never hyper focused on someone. I just find the guys tend to fall or fit what I need at that spot and then I go with those players.
Yeah. Still, at least Josh's biases are still logical because my bias, Josh, I'm a Spurs fan. So one of my biases, I need to draft a Spurs player.
Yeah, see, I don't have anything like that. Yeah, I definitely don't have anything like that.
And it screws up it usually screws up my leagues.
Yeah, I could imagine so.
So this is the one I'm telling you on top of this. It says draft scout suggestions.
Let me have a look. Oh, what the hell's that? All right, let me get into am I in? Oh, okay. It's the first time I've seen that. It says, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm going to be ignoring that, but let's see how it works. We suggest the players who project to be most valuable, giving you a league scoring settings, roster. Okay. So it's based on their projections, which I haven't looked recently. Have they actually got any projections for rookies yet, or are they just deciding that all those guys are going to get zeros? Where are they? They've actually projected rookies now. All right, so that's good. So we're a little, at least we're ahead of where we were before. So it's going to be based on those projections. We'll see how they actually end up doing that. And I imagine they'll lean heavily into totals values of players. Like picking Towns at number 3 is what they suggest is absolutely foolish. I don't know what that's about. That's insane. So going by that, I'm already telling you this is stupid. LaMelo Ball's at 6 there. All right. Harden's at 4. I can get behind that. They've got Giannis here, like as a suggestion at 9, like my guys. It's literally based. You see that in the Yahoo room where there's that X rank and then there's the rank column.
Yeah.
The suggestions are just based on who's next on rank. We'll see if that changes as we go through. It's going to be something to watch because it's the first time I'm seeing this. But we got 45 seconds till we start. It's weird.
Yeah. Let's try to push Josh to draft his don't draft players. That episode just was just published earlier.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Okay, so we have here Josh picking up first. You have Carl, Allen, Lamonier, Raymond, Kevin. I can't kind of like read this one, but just Giac, Beltrami, Rico, John Nico, George, Ilya, and I'm picking last.
Yep. All right. 7 seconds to go. Oh, I'm just going to take Jokic here. That's easy done. All right, bang.
Josh, I'm seeing several GMs drafting Tyrese Halliburton as high as third pick. So what can you say about that?
Yeah, look, I'm going to talk to Zach about that because he's been the guy driving it. There's no way that I'm taking him that high. Like, there's no way. At pick 11, pick 12, no problem. No worries. Pick 3, pick 5, it doesn't make sense to me to pick him that high. I don't get it at all.
Yeah, so Zach, me and Zach is gonna do an episode as well, and I'll definitely call him out because remember the Luka craze a couple of years ago. I think Tyrese Halliburton craze is way hyped over Luka.
Yeah,
I initially thought it's as similar as SGA, but it went past SGA hype.
This draft scout suggestion is still just going based strictly off that rank. Like they're telling me that Bam should be picked soon. Which I obviously I don't agree with that. But I'm a long way from my pick coming in.
So you have here the usual Giannis, Luka, Curry. I guess we all know what Josh thinks of Curry picking like as early as this. James Harden, Joel Embiid, Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum.
I don't think it's a problem taking Curry there, to be honest. It's just not something I would do. I think there are much better options available. And in the first round, that's what I would rather do. But I don't think it's not going to kill you to take him there.
Oh, yeah. I thought that Tyrese Halliburton will fall to my lap, but obviously he won't. So I'm picking Trae Young here. And then let me get some Uncle Drew in my
team. There you go. So look, this one. No one's paying any attention to this draft scout suggestion. Towns is still sitting there. I can't believe he's falling to 15 though. That's pretty crazy. Oh, there we go. Towns at 15.
I guess the recent news is really impacting the thoughts of the GMs. Even me.
Guess so. Yeah. I guess it is.
Gone are the days that Karl Anthony Towns was one of the what we call Iron Man, right? Because there were seasons that he's like Damian Lillard.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You can't really rely upon that consistently. And now Towns is getting hospitalized for a sore throat.
Yeah, and given that with this record about COVID and all, it's in some level it's really concerning.
All right. So this how it works thing is just a lie, really, because literally it's just going and listed this rank. They're claiming it's based on roster positions and all. It's not. I don't think it's just literally that rank. So I don't know what the point of having it there is when I can just sort by rank. Absolute foolishness.
It's like a reminder in your header.
It's going to convince people to take those guys though. So it's going to reduce the impact of the X rank list. Or maybe it's not because it's actually not in this draft. People are just saying you guys are wrong. I'm not doing this.
I think seeing these suggestions is gonna have a psychological impact in drafting, right? Because people that the clock's running out or they haven't decided yet, and then they see names.
Yep,
it definitely influenced them.
Yep, I could say that.
So DeJounte Murray at this point at this area, he's I received several conflicts in terms of how they see DeJounte Murray. If DeJounte Murray can really replicate, which obviously he can't, what he did in the San Antonio Spurs with the Atlanta Hawks. But with the reduced usage and his ability to be a role player, do you think DeJounte Murray is really worth that mid second round?
No, I don't. To me, he's a third round guy.
Because I see him being partnered with like specifically Tyrese Halliburton. Sometimes DeJounte Murray is being rich, so he can be partnered by Tyrese Halliburton. Possibly that those GMs are actually trying to lock steals and guard stats. But like what Josh has mentioned in his previous episodes, um, getting points with the categorical scarcity of points is something that they should also consider, given that we still don't know if DeJounte can average like 20 plus points.
Yeah, it's going to be. It's interesting how things are playing out here. Well, someone went early on Cade. That's good.
Yeah, I like it. You actually picked him second in the tournament, right?
Yeah, I was going to take him with that pick there. I took Kawhi and then I took Anthony Edwards. I was going to take Cade there, but I wanted to mix it up a little bit. I don't often see Edwards fall this fast. I thought opportunity for me to get him in round 3 and see how I build a team that way.
Just you have been I've seen you drafting Kawhi like several episodes. So why how confident are you? Obviously you're confident. The question is why? Why are you that confident with Kawhi?
Well, I know he's good, right? I know he's a top 10 player. I think at this point, even if he misses 20 games, I'm okay with it. I'm not worried about re-injury. I know he's going to miss some games. I just think that there is look, and I'm not going to draft. I wouldn't draft Porzingis with him. I wouldn't draft Butler with him. Wouldn't draft these other guys that I'm worried about. I just think that overall upside there for Kawhi is pretty strong. Now, if I was really focusing in and looking at when playoff schedules are, the Clippers have a pretty bad playoff schedule, which is not ideal. But I just think that I think he needs to be targeted more towards the back end of the second round. And pairing him with Jokic, I think makes quite a bit of sense. Yeah, if this was a hyper competitive draft, depending on structures, I'm not sure I would take him there. But he's better than most of the guys who went before, a lot of the guys that went before him.
For sure. And then someone that I would also point out here is Darius Garland. Darius Garland, I partnered him in one of my posts wherein I asked people, who would you rather have? Is it Darius Garland or Chris Paul? Because for me, it's like an opposing direction wherein Chris Paul, aside from the imploding situation of the Phoenix Suns, he's older. And then compared to Darius Garland, who initially has a lot of value, but eventually, oh, it's my turn. Let me draft here Bradley Beal. And then let me reach for, do I do this? Yeah, let me do this. I'm going back to back Wizards. Let's go, Wizards. So I drafted Bradley Beal and Kristaps Porzingis.
Interesting. I've done that, obviously. I did that in the Locked On Bowl.
Yeah, I just think that they're looking at it, at least for this season, majority of the sleepers are the ones who were either injured last season or wasn't able to complete the whole year, right?
Yeah.
And speaking of sleepers, I don't think there are more sleepers. The fact that people are watching you, and then there's a lot of fantasy basketball reference nowadays compared to the past years. The sleepers are just subjective per league, but Mikal Bridges. Oh my!
Yeah,
Josh is going to be happy with this pick. You just had a conversation with Dan with this, right?
With Mikal Bridges, yeah. I'm just looking at stuff. I got someone here on my YouTube telling me Gary Trent is a top 25 pick. Like people have like lost their mind regarding turnovers. That's insane. Like what are we talking about? Oh my god. Yeah, and Bridges there. It's just I don't get it.
I really love how you explained how steals can be variable, right? Because
Yeah.
specifically Gary Trent, I mean, that's my biggest question with Gary Trent Jr. How can he sustain that those high steals? Possibly out of position assist, possibly just because of some news or some direction that the Toronto might tone down with Fred Van Vliet. So I'm thinking, hey, maybe Garrett Trent get some, playmaking runs, so additional 1 to 2 times. But those steals, it's hard to imagine that he can sustain that.
Yeah, it's whenever ever someone's in the top 2 or 3 at a particular number in the NBA, like projecting that to be better or the same is way more downside risk in doing it than upside ability there. I think. So who am I going to take?
I think I know
Oh,
who you're going to take.
I'm going to take. I am going to take Terry Rozier if he's there. That's
Even
what I'm going to
Mobley.
do.
Even Mobley is out for the next 2 weeks, right? I just saw
Yeah,
that.
he is. Scott Barnes is still available. I might take him as well. Zion's the other one I'd consider there. It's definitely Zion territory.
Yeah.
But I might just
But
take the 2 guys that Draft Scout is suggesting here. Well, Zion just went, so I can't pick him. Let's take Barnes and let's take Rozier.
there you go. Scary Terry.
Yeah, it's too late for Rozier. I think it's about right for Barnes, but it's too late for Rozier.
Initially, when Yahoo just opened the rankings, Terry Rozier is one of the big sleeper that I saw, and now it's it's getting the rankings getting adjusted, and people are really
Yeah, they had him well
understand.
down.
Agree. At least in the fourth round, Shea, I'm having doubts if I could start a team at least my first 4 picks with Shea. I love Shea. I really like Shea. I think he's one of the promising young guns that could eventually, when healthy, similar to Embiid, has a chance to be in the top 10.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, because he's playing for the OKC, I guess that's the biggest roadblock.
Yeah. That's and obviously he's injured to start the season as well.
Injured. I guess it's part of the Project Wemby, Josh.
No, he's actually injured. He's got a knee injury. Like yeah, he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be fine, and people are overreacting to it a little bit. I think.
So we have here, I think CJ Mack in this area is a little bit early.
Yeah, where'd he go? 50. I've taken him around there before. It's not terrible. Well, Maxi and Porter. They're just auto picks, surely. No one's thinking of them there. That's Porter anyway. Maybe not.
OG as well.
Yeah, I never end up getting OG.
OG is someone that for years after years after years, we are expecting some leap from OG, and then Scotty Barnes came. So
yeah, that's what happened, isn't it?
Oh, it's Viter who. Oh, my guy. I have to get Sengun. Then, who do I get next? I guess I have to lock some assist here. I'm hesitant to pick Josh Giddy just because of the dynamics of what he brings. But yeah, I usually want to lock stats early.
Yeah, I think this is a good spot for Giddy.
Do you think Giddy, if ever OKC, tries to really tank, do you think they would do what they did late last season earlier this year? Or
No,
because
I think it's completely overblown. I think there's no. Yeah, I think it's completely overblown.
yeah, because GMs tend to really remember, the more recent part of fantasy season,
Yeah,
especially if they drafted players that didn't play or hurted their playoff chances, right? So that's the
yeah,
reason why they actually hold some grudges. So
exactly.
to our viewers, we won't be specifically, checking one by one your picks, but I'll be creating an episode to do that. We just want to hang out here with Josh, right?
It's my pick up here. So what am I going to do? It's
Oh,
not my pick. I'm too away.
Clay Thompson was picked in the sixth round.
Yeah, it's probably a little early for Clay. I'm going to just go with. Just went D'Angelo Russell. I'm going to take some guys that I've been interested in recently. If they come to me, Jalen Green's going to be one of them. And I'm going to take Jabari Smith. But he's way down this board, isn't he? Because these guys don't know what they're doing. Where is he? Where's Jabari? I'll find him in a sec. Got 20 seconds. Wow, he's ranked 528th, Jabari Smith. What is this? What is this nonsense? What is that? What? I'm drafting him. What on earth? They got him X ranked at 137, but his actual rank is 528, even though he's got projections. All right, so these guys are smoking crack. Like, what is that?
But you're part of Yahoo Australia, right, Josh?
Nah, not anymore. Nah.
Oh,
Nah,
no,
I have no input into any. I had no input into any of that stuff anyway. That's all done through the United States.
Oh, I was thinking you need to email blast them what they're doing.
What? That was crazy. Why was he down so far?
At least he doesn't have like a Fred Van Vliet similar name in the league. Because there are two Fred Van Vliets in this season.
What do you mean? There's two Fred? Who's the other Fred Van Vliet? Are you trying to confuse me?
Yeah,
Oh, hang on.
there's
Someone's knocking at my door. I wonder who it is. Oh, my dog's barking. Sorry about that, mate.
no worries. I also have a dog here. He's actually just 5 months and he's just always crying every time I do my podcast.
I'm just gonna move for 30 seconds because I'm waiting on this delivery. I'll be back in a sec.
No worries, Josh. Ayan mga paps, medyo tumudugo na yung ilong ko. Paano ba natin tatalo dito si Papi Josh? Sexton, nakuha na si Sexton. Devin Vassell, Keldon. Pasensya na doon sa mga hindi nakapasok mga paps. Nakatambay pa lang kami doon. Mukhang madami na nagano eh. Shoutout kay Papi Allen. Agang naghanap dyan. Umuups. Malapit na ba ako? Next na ba ako? Sino kukunin ko dito?
Told you I'd be back.
Yeah. So now it's my turn. Let me draft. Search for who's gonna be. Let me get some. Where is that? I need some rookies. There. Let me get some Keegan Murray.
Keegan Murray. Yeah, it's maybe a little early, but it's not too bad. Why is Dorian Finney-Smith ranked at 53 in these rankings? Why is Herb Jones at 54? What's wrong with these guys? Who's taking Dorian Finney-Smith next? Guys, Jesus. I do need another center. What am I going to do there? PJ? PJ.
Do you still think that the rookie ranking at this fantasy perspective, it's Banquero, Jabari Smith, and Keegan?
No, I've actually got Smith a little bit ahead of Paulo at the moment for category leagues anyway.
Yeah, because I'm seeing a lot of hype with Keegan Murray.
Yeah, he's going early in some spots. I'm not that interested in him at that early spot. Oh, it's coming up to me. Oh, PJ just went. You bastard. All right, let's go with the other guy that's ridiculously far down their list if we get there. What do you mean next? I need a center eligible player. And then Kevin Porter's still there. All right, so I am getting some value here.
Yeah.
Maybe we will. Mitch Robinson just went.
I wasn't able to pick KPJ because I have a lot of guards.
They've got him ranked 189th. What is going on with these rankings? Yeah, no, I would definitely take Finney Smith 130 spots ahead of Kevin Porter. That makes no sense. All right, Kevin Porter
here.
And Jalen Smith.
Jalen Smith.
Why'd they put... Oh, my God. Jalen Smith, he's a center. Put him into my center spot, please. Why did they put him as my power forward? Anyway, I'll figure that out later.
So, Josh, what can you say about veterans like Al Horford? Do you think he can sustain playing that much for the whole season?
No, his scoring is so low, right? That people are like will grab him in like the 70s because of Williams being out. I just think it's pretty detrimental to your team. Like he's good in many areas, but I think it's got to be really balanced carefully as to where you draft him and how the rest of your team looks. So I do think there are some concerns about that.
Yeah, and with that said, in deeper leagues, I've been trying to reserve this to ask because this is someone that haven't really. There's a reason why this player is is not yet being mentioned for obvious reason. Luke Cornett, does he have any place as to get if ever Time Lord won't be healthy earlier and then Al Horford gets some father time? Will it be him getting some minutes?
Yeah. I think he's going to get some minutes. I think they're probably going to start Brogdon or Derek White or Grant Williams ahead of him, but it is possible. I think the fact that he just hurt his ankle now puts him a little bit behind the eight ball, so that might be something that just drops some of that value down somewhat.
Yeah, because I'm thinking in deeper leagues, he should be a consideration. Just for a fun fact that he's the lone player that Brad Stevens followed some IG, I guess, or Twitter.
Oh yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
There are rumors that he'll get some special treatment.
Yeah,
so I don't know who to pick here.
That's your pick, is it?
Pick a big here. And then let's try to.
So this is how dumb this draft scout thing is, right? Now it's telling me because I've got an open center spot that my best pick has got to be a center, even though they've placed one of my centers in my forward slot. And they're saying I've got to take Bumba or Portis or one of these guys. And I've got two guards in my utility slots, but I've got two forwards in my guard slots. Like what are you guys talking about? I don't need to get a center or a power forward here at all. I can take literally any position I want. So people are going to get confused by that because of the dumb way that when you draft on Yahoo, you can't actually place or move guys around into these spots. And now they're saying, hey, I've only got a center spot open, so I must draft a center here, which is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
this is going to be this is gonna influence specifically the beginners, the new
Yeah.
fantasy joiners, right? Because they'll be looking at that on top of their screens.
Yeah.
Quick question also, Josh, are you quite conscious to those single position players? Say for
No,
example, you
it's
have
not good.
drafted PG and then the value picks there are just PG specifically. Are you conscious to that?
No, it doesn't really bother me that much. Yeah. There's an extra value of that, but people change positions so much. There's very few single position players anyway around. It's not something that is going to be a huge focus when I'm drafting. In
Uh,
saying all of this, I'm going to end up taking a center with my pick, I think, even though I'm telling them that I don't need one. I just want to get some blocks in. And it's not going to be some of the guys they're suggesting.
Speaking of position, I missed. I kind of like missed Boris Diaw. Is he the lone player that had all of the positions?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he probably is. I can't think of anyone else. I don't know who else would have. Yeah, who else would have had that? It's my turn to draft. I'll take Isaiah Jackson, and then I'm going to take Josh Hart.
Double downing on those Indiana front court.
Yeah. I didn't take Miles Turner as well, did I? No, I didn't. That's all right.
I'm not super happy with my last two picks because I can't really find players. I'm really not used to drafting in desktops. How do you like maximize this? The thing that I'm concerned with Okongwu is I the upside is for me is like legit, but given that Atlanta Hawks really wants to win, I think they need Clint Capella to really play, more the usual minutes.
Yeah, I think Kongwu's upside really only comes through injury. I think.
Yeah. So because sometimes when I try to like do my analysis for a certain player, sometimes I'm kind of like super cautious with how I see their team or their coaching management plans to use them. Say for example, Keegan Murray. I do believe Keegan Murray is a good player, but I really doubt Sacramento is as smart as they. I mean, I'm doubting if they'll be giving Keegan Murray like a big opportunity this season.
I think he'll get good minutes, but yeah, he's not going to be like their number one usage sort of guy.
Speaking of, because Sacramento is known for having a lot of summer league MVPs, right? They usually have those players. Speaking of summer league, Davion Mitchell, do you think he'll curb some minutes with the Red Velvet, playing ahead of him?
Not really. Like he'll get some, but there's just too many guards. There's Fox, there's Herder, there's Monk. Not enough. It's not enough for him to be as useful as some people think. I think.
Let me draft here. Another big.
Claxton. That's who I had in my queue.
And then I'm having a hard time getting another.
Well, Yahoo's rankings are so embarrassing. There is 7 players left that they claim are top 100 guys, and we're at pick 130, and these guys haven't gone. And they're
Yeah.
Gary Payton, Jay Sean Tate, Pat Connaughton, Caldwell Pope, Chumera KK, Finney Smith. Like, no one's drafting these dudes in the top 100. They shouldn't really, outside of maybe Covington, they shouldn't even be drafted in 12-team leagues in general. It's absolute foolishness.
I haven't really played mock in the past week because I've been drafting in your leagues, and it's
Yeah, okay.
actually my second time drafting at Fantrack, so I'm really confused still. So I just noticed that I guess the rankings in Yahoo has changed for some reason, because I'm looking at it and then I can't remember that this is how it was ranked, at least in the past 2 weeks. So I heard you talk about Ayo Dosunmu. I think you're not super excited with him.
Nah, look, there's just too many guys there. I think he, even when he played 35 minutes a night as a starter last season, he wasn't a top 150 player. And there's still Caruso and Dragic and Kobe White that I don't think he's playing 35 minutes a night. Even if he starts, he might play 30. And sure, it's fine. Take a crack at him last round, no worries. But I don't think it's this absolute no brainer. Great number. Like he was getting it when Caruso and Lonzo were out, and Dragic wasn't on the team. I think Levine might have been sidelined at times there as well. Javonte Green might have been out also, and he was getting some good minutes. But yeah, a lot had to go right. Ooh, it's getting back to my pick. Oh, Finney Smith finally went. Wow.
Wi- Will Will Christian would play at the center, Josh?
Yep. I don't think he'll play much power forward. He won't start it from what we've heard, but he'll obviously play. It's going to end up happening where I'm going to do this again, but I'm going to end up drafting Chris Duarte again.
Yeah,
I can't believe
to
it.
say Duarte.
How is this happening every draft? Why are people leaving him around?
Josh, you're falling in love with Duarte. I can.
I don't even think he's that good. But
I
I'll take him
remember.
there.
I remember how you hated him last year. You were how you thought that he wasn't the best option for the Indiana last year. To be
Nah, I hated it as a draft pick. Like,
yeah.
this is look the draft recommendations: Chumra KK, Jay Sean Tate, JaVale McGee, Jay Crowder doesn't have a team. O'Shea Brissett, Otto Porter, Kentavious Caldwell. Like, come on, guys. Jose Alvarado, like these. Anyway.
Let me drop a name here that I think haven't been talked about. Daniel Gafford.
Yep.
Why does Daniel Gafford hasn't been in in at least consideration to at least have some upside? I personally call it like hidden upside, just because of, like, for example, if Kristaps Porzingis goes down, then Daniel Gafford gets some minutes. But there were also games last year that they're playing together.
No, they didn't play together at all, hardly. Maybe for like 2-3 minutes. Like they really. Let me double check on that. Maybe I'm wrong, but they got too many power forwards as well. There's Kuzma, there's Hachimura, there's Denny Avdia who can play the four. I honestly, I don't think they're going to play together. I think the only upside in Gafford is Porzingis being out, because otherwise he's going to play 16, 17 minutes a night. I'm going to check that how many minutes actually played together. I don't think it was very many.
Yeah, in terms of minutes, I also think it's very few. But what I just remember is the kind of like probably experimented, because I remember there were plays where Kristaps Porzingis was super happy with Gafford dunks.
They played 13 minutes together last season.
Oh,
yeah. So not many.
We all thought that Gafford is going to have a breakout season because he was, Washington got him, and then eventually they got Kristaps Porzingis. So, Shattered Dreams by Goldust. Oh, it's my turn. Is this the last pick?
Yeah, it's the last pick.
Usually when I do my last pick, I draft injured players, especially with IL spot or IL slot. So
that's what I did. I took Bogdan Bogdanovic.
Yeah. So draft is complete. So at least for this specific draft, anything in particular that you think is absurd or quite too high?
There were. Let's see who do I think was too high. There were plenty of them, but it's hard to judge when you're in like a mock draft like this when there's a bunch of auto picks that go on.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Who didn't I really like here? Nothing, mate. I thought Boucher was too high. I think a Kong you got him there, but I'm not sure. The upside is a bit limited. Who else looks too high? RJ Barrett was too high, I think. What else? I don't know. Otherwise, it wasn't. Yeah, Tobias Harris was too high. Michael Porter Jr. was too high. They're probably the major ones there, I would say. Mikal Bridges was too high.
Yeah. And how about the solid picks that you can see here? Because um I can see several names like some value pick. Well, for me, I guess Terry Rozier, your pick of Terry Rozier.
Yeah, I like that one. Obviously, I made it, but I'm happy that he fell there. I like Towns at 15. I don't like him in the first round, but I love him at 15. I like Middleton at 55. I think that's really strong. What else do I like? I like Ben Simmons at 71. I like Jordan Poole at 79. I like Wagner at 84.
Devin Vassell.
Where did Vassell go? 77. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. Trey Jones at 99. I like I like Dinwiddie at 119 a little bit. Yeah, there's and most of all it was I don't like Tyus Jones. I don't know what the point of that is. Overall, pretty strong, I think. Pretty good picks.
Yeah. So I hope everyone had fun, mocking with Josh here. And then let's, quickly get to quick questions if you have any questions. But I guess there's a lot of content that Josh already, posted or published in the Locked On Fantasy sites, YouTube and Twitter. He's been super active. Any questions, guys, that like to shoot to Josh? Josh, have you tried any Filipino meal? Because I guess Jared from NBC Edge actually has a lot of Filipino friends. So
Okay.
we've been talking about what he likes. So how about you, Josh?
Have I had Philip? I have, and I don't know what it's called. It's the chicken over the fire on the stick. What's it called? I've had
Is it?
adobo as well.
Yeah, adobo.
I had
I
that.
think that's chicken in a sal, like barbecued
Yeah, it's like
chicken.
on the fire, on the big charcoal fire. Can't remember what it's called. It's like a sort of a sweet soy marinade on it. I don't remember what
Yeah,
it was
yeah, for
called.
sure. I think that's we call it chicken in a sal here, and
Okay.
then adobo.
Yeah, I've had
It's
adobo.
it's really good with rice.
Yeah, I used to sort of date a Filipino girl as well, a Filipina at one point. So I've
There you go. There you go.
had
Probably that's
some
the reason.
had some rice dishes and stuff like that.
Probably that's the reason why we feel that we're your family because you. it's you had a Philip. That's one something that we didn't know. So we
There you
actually
go.
learned something from this. So yeah, so I guess I don't want to get a lot more time from you. I know you're super busy, Josh. Thank you so much for really dropping by. Anything you want to tell the hundreds or possibly thousands of Filipino followers?
Just you just follow me. I'm sure some of you already do. And if you don't, just check out my stuff. Just check it out. YouTube, podcasts, websites, all that stuff. Yeah, it's pretty easy to find me. You can search my name. You can see my Twitter handle down the bottom. You can find me. It's not that hard.
There you go. There you go. So from my end, we just plug something. So this is something that you want to you really need to try. So if you have any Filipino friend, Joshua, I have like I own a kind of like small restaurant. So we call it
Okay.
Pares. So it's like a beef stew,
Yep.
technically. Not that Isaiah Stewart kind of stew. It's
No.
better than beef stew. So it's called Pares here. So Pares in like direct translation to English like partner. So or
Yep.
pair. So we usually pair this specific soup to either fried pork or fried intestine, or you can see here bone marrow. So to everyone that's watching right now, we can actually do a mock draft or actual drafts in our restaurant while eating this. So shout out to Secretong Parisan at San Lorenzo Road. And then of course, similar to Josh, you can see our content at Facebook Fantasy Basketball Pinas. I usually post at Facebook because when I remember Josh's story when he was starting alone. Like I remember there was an interview with you. I forgot who was interviewing you when you mentioned about how you being a pharmacist doing, starting to do fantasy
Yes.
stuff, and then there was I forgot his surname, but Justin something is actually a friend that I met that he told me that he used to post what they call the schedule way back in terms of fantasy basketball, and then he knew you,
Okay.
Justin Montgomery or something. So I remember those stories. So me, I don't have enough power to do a lot of things. So I only post at Facebook because I'm super active there. So you can find me at Fantasy Basketball Pinas. And then unfortunately, I have to brag about this NBA Fantasy League Dash PH. This is fantasy our Facebook group. I think this is bigger than both the JC Jaso and also Josh's group because it's quite old. This is I didn't create this. Someone actually just added me to this. Shout out to Jojo Legacy for adding me here. So check out NBA Fantasy League page. Maybe you can join here, Josh, because there's actually a lot of not only Filipinos but foreigner or who is actually in this group. I think this is what almost 5K strong. And then I'm also available on YouTube, Spotify, Fantasy Basketball PH, Twitter handle. I don't usually tweet, so don't follow me. I'm boring at Twitter, NBA Fantasy Papi. And then Kumu. So Kumu, Josh, so shout out to the management of Kumu. So I have Josh Lloyd here. I think Kumu is trying to do something because Kumu is like an app here, Josh, that where streamers does their stuff. So
Okay.
they earn like diamonds or like Kumu currency and they can convert it into cash. So what you just do is you show your content. So it's sort of like TikTok-ish type of app. And then they are creating streamline in Kumu and they have Kumu Sports. So you do sports and then fantasy sports as well. So to the management of Kumu, I have Josh here. So if you have any proposal, I guess you have to really reach out to Josh if you want him to do something for Kumu. Okay, and then before we end, I also would like to give a shout out to Josh's cameo. So to all who have fantasy leagues this season, you have to check out or possibly contact Josh and get some cameo because last season I actually get cameo for our leagues and the leagues that I had were super hyped with your message, Josh. Josh is super hilarious and witty, so
Not a
we're
problem,
having
right?
fun. Okay, so there you go. Thank you so much, Josh. And again, thank you for this recording. I've been using it. This one.
Welcome to another episode of the Fantasy Basketball PH podcast. Enjoy the show.
This is kind of like my Michael Bolton. So thank you so much for that. And then again, it has been your fantasy papi, Papi Roi. This is Fantasy Basketball PH with Josh Lloyd. Hopefully next year, Josh Lloyd could drop by and we try to get another topic to discuss. And that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks, Josh.
Thanks, mate.
Have a good day. Bye.